Are you ready to take bold action and live a life of brilliance? Welcome to the Bold and Brilliant podcast, where women leaders share inspiring stories about daring decisions that shape their businesses, their lives, and their careers. Today, I'm bringing you a message from my own heart and my own experience. Welcome to the Bold and Brilliant podcast. Today is a very interesting day. We are on the eve of the launch of the Bold and Brilliant podcast. This is something I've been thinking about and imagining for years. Ever since I became a speaker about 6 years ago, I'm a big fan of podcasting and of amazing podcasters. People like Mel Robbins, Brené Brown, Jenna Kutcher, Marie Forleo. These women leaders are people that I follow who I've never met, who I consider my mentors in business and in life. I've always imagined being in the same space as them. And this is my first foray, my first little step into that world. It's also a very momentous day because it's Monday, January 20th, 2025. It's Inauguration Day, and it is Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. These events of today are a little overwhelming, but what I'm really excited to share is that I feel empowered and emboldened to share my message with you because the feeling in the air out there in the world here in the United States, it's a very mixed bag today. And what is that allowing me to do? It makes me think of what matters to me, what's important to me, to my family, to my community. And the things that are important to me is that we share our stories and that we share our voices so that everyone can understand each other better. Now, being understood takes an openness from the other side. And if you're listening to this podcast, you are the kind of person who is open to hearing others' stories and perspectives and understanding people. So I'm really excited that you're here because we're on the same page. The way that I look at it, we're here to make a difference. Whatever your political perspective, you're here to make a difference. We might not agree on what that difference should include, but you love your family, you love your community, and we're here to make a difference. So let's dig in to what I think makes that happen as an individual, especially a woman leader in business. I'm going to share with you my framework for being bold in your life and in your business. These are 4 ideas that you can take and apply to whatever you have going on in your life. If you have a business, a job, a family, a partner, a friendship, any of the above, these will help you to be more bold and to stand up for what you believe in. Let's get into it. Letter B stands for believe in yourself. Of course, we want to believe in other people, but what do we need to do to stand up for what we believe in? We have to believe in ourselves. Believe in yourself means to believe that you are making strong, right decisions for what matters to you, for your core values. My values include inclusivity, authenticity, imagination, and so many things that uplift myself and the people around me. When I believe in myself, I'm able to bring those ideas and that vibe to the world around me. I was talking with my husband earlier today about a situation with someone that we know. And he says, they're just like you. They want to support their kids and help them get to the next level of their lives. And I felt really good because he saw me doing the things that really matter to me, which is to believe in myself and what I think is right to raise my family. So that was very fun. Believe in yourself. Letter O of bold stands for own your unique brilliance. Own your uniqueness. What is particularly special about you? What quality do you possess? What skills do you possess? What do you have that is you? I am enthusiastic. I am optimistic. And I'm also and organized, and which means when I figure out what it is that I want and I know that I really want that thing, I'm going to do what I can to go after it. This podcast is a perfect example. It's been a struggle to find the time to learn the technology, to bring the resources together over the holiday season that's just passed and the new year that has just begun. But I really wanted to make sure to bring these ideas to you as soon as I could put them together myself. And here we are on the eve of launching the podcast. So when you own your unique brilliance, your unique gifts, not only do you know what they are, but if you can embody that, then you're going to be able to shine in any situation that you're in. Think for a minute, what is it that you love about yourself? What qualities do you possess? Are you supportive? Are you full of life? Bigger than life? Lean into that. Own it for yourself and bring it to the world. Letter L of bold stands for leap into discomfort. Leap into challenges. Leap. Take the leap. I used to have L stand for lean. Lean into challenges. And that's a little passive. You're going to lean toward them. No, I don't want you to lean. I want you to bend your knees and give it all you've got and leap into what you want. Even if it's scary, even if you've never done it before, even if you have no idea what you're doing, give it a try. When you take a risk, most of the risks these days here in the 21st century, yes, you could leap out of an airplane and something could go wrong and you could die. Most of the things we're talking about are leaps from an emotional standpoint, where we're afraid of being judged or thought less than or unworthy. The thing inside us that keeps us held back is old, like caveman days, where we thought that there was a saber-toothed tiger outside that cave and we wanted to stay in the safety zone of our caves. But you know what? If you leap out that cave opening, there's no tiger there. You're not going to die. What's the worst that could happen is you could be embarrassed. You could feel judged. You could imagine what everyone else is thinking of you. When you imagine what they're thinking of you, you don't know. You don't know what they're actually thinking. And why do we put so much weight on what other people think of us? Leap into the discomfort of standing your ground, of believing in what you want and going after it, regardless of if you have any idea how to do it. Get help. We are afraid to ask for help sometimes. But even more scary than asking for help is accepting help. Does that hit anyone? Feel emboldened to ask for help and accept that help. We are not meant to do this life alone. Leap into the discomfort of going after what you want. And finally, D stands for dream big. And then dream bigger. Because when you can dream big, you can achieve big. If you dream small, not only will you achieve small, but you might not achieve it all because what you're doing is just staying safe, not taking action at all. That would be nice, but that's more of a fantasy and imagining. a- And that's not like that dream that's in your gut that you deserve to have because it's there within you. So let's go after it. It wouldn't be there if it were for a reason. What dream do you have that you just have no idea? It sounds impossible. Have you ever told myself, no, there's no way that I could do that? I can't. That's not going to happen. Even though somewhere inside you thought, but it would be really cool if it did. What if it did happen? What would life be like? What would be different for you? I had a mentor many years ago who did this. I was invited to go to an event across the country. I had 2 little kids, solo parent, and she said, "What if you went? What would it look like?" Wow, to take off work, I'd have to do this air flight. I'd have to have someone watch my kids. I'd have to do this and that. And it's impossible. Well, is it really impossible or is it just maybe a little overwhelming and you need to break it down? And so I did break it down. And I thought, wow, I could ask for those days off. I have vacation. They'll live at work without me for a couple of days. This was before I was coaching and working a job. I came up with a way to leverage my family's support to really tell myself really what it came down to was deciding that it was something that I really wanted. And when I made that decision, the dream became a goal, right? That's what goals are, is when your dream becomes a decision. When you make a decision related to your dream, now you have a goal to go after. I went to that event and it changed my life. This is actually how I became a coach. So I'm telling you, dream big, dream even bigger. Don't shortchange what dream is in your head. Don't tell yourself it's too big. No, dream big and then bigger so you can achieve big. Is that exciting? Believe in yourself. Own what's unique about you. Leap into the discomfort of the unknown and dream big so you can achieve big. Today of all days, this is a day where we can imagine what is for us. How do we want the world to take shape? What do we want our relationships around us to be like? How do we want to support the people who need help? How do we want to lift up the people who are crushed? How do we want to become the absolute best version of ourselves in our lives, in our businesses, in our communities, in the world? My friends, this is how we change the world. We believe in ourselves. We own the things we bring to the world. We leap through the discomfort to implement the things we are imagining in our lives, because we know that the things we're imagining will help other people. They will help ourselves. They will help our families. And we will all live a more bold and brilliant life as a result. That's my message for you today. I am Tracie Root, founder of the Gather community, founder of the Bold and Brilliant podcast, speaker, coach, author, podcaster. And I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of the Bold and Brilliant podcast community. Please subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform and on YouTube. We will see you around. Thanks for watching. Ciao. Thank you for listening to the Bold and Brilliant podcast. I'm your host, Tracie Root, and I want to invite you to check out the show notes, find out where you can connect with our guests, find out more about what I and the Gather community have to offer you. And be sure to subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform. Thanks so much.